Hello everyone, my name is Tammy. Welcome to our Yin Yoga class. Our theme for our class is feel good. We'll do poses that will help us to feel good about ourselves, feel good from the inside out, and help us to relax. Our first pose is butterfly pose, and you can come into an incline here that you will be reclining. I was about to say recline at first, but so in an incline, I've set up my bolster with my block, and you can just stack pillows on top of each other and lie back that way, or you don't even have to use pillows. You can just lie back. So, but having pillows for underneath your knees, just make sure everyone's muted here. I believe so. So let's begin in butterfly. Reclined butterfly. Turning towards the front of the mat and top of your mat. Tucking your hips right into your pillows if you are using pillows or bolster. Bottom of the feet together. Pillows under the knees, of course, or blocks. And we take a nice inhale breath. And exhale breath, let our body settle. Find stillness first. It is a Ujjayi breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. The breath is a long, steady breath, a soft breath for yin, so it's a little bit longer and softer. And then adding the recline of the pose. So just making sure that, I'm just gonna make sure that my block is underneath my bolster here. And then we recline. If you have a nice support for the head, lying back on a pillow too. You can place a blanket, a rolled up blanket underneath the small of your back. Turning your palms up towards the sky. Using your breath to help you to feel softness. So with the inhale breath, opening up. Exhale breath, letting go, helping you to feel softness all around you, that support. First, you can hear sounds around you. Or your mind could be very busy. Turning inward now. And noticing the front of your body. Feel the front of your body opening up with your inhale breath. Exhale breath. Releasing softness. Feeling the fall, surrender. Continue to turn inward. Sadly, we have to come out of this pose to the next pose. But the next pose, I'm hoping you will enjoy it just as much. So slowly making your way out of reclined butterfly. And take your knees up towards the center. And roll over to the side and slowly make your way up. For the next pose, I will use my bolster, but I was thinking about it. What else could you use if you don't have a bolster? And you could use a couch pillow. That would work really great because you need something to be a little bit firmer. And yes, you could have nice firm pillows and that you could put them just like I'm doing here with my bolster. You can have that same length, but it's very, very firm. So it's a really good support for the body. But a couch pillow that you would be able to tuck your body into, I think that might work too. So you could try that if you want to get a couch pillow. And it's cattail. I did this with somebody that's in our class right now before, and we both really liked it. So we'll take the top leg behind and then turn our body over. So we're tucking our hip right in towards our pillow, our bolster, and lie over top of your bolster and then turn your cheek. So I'm having my right leg back and I'm resting my left cheek. You may add a little bit more twist to this reclined, this prone position here by turning your head, so adding a little bit more of a twist. See if you like that. You don't have to do it. It's your right cheek resting then. So finding which way you would like to do this. You may have your left foot on top, just above your knee here. And take your legs back a little bit more. If you notice any kind of like little twinge into the spine, just take your legs a little bit more forward. We close our eyes. without pillows or bolster, you may lie on the ground and do this too. This is a really nice pose to feel the front of our body, the rise and fall. Maybe to hear your heartbeat. Notice if your heartbeat is beating quickly, or you've had time to rest, so it's slowed down. Focusing on your breath. A long, slow, steady breath. Exhale breath longer than the inhale breath. You can count out the inhale and the exhale breath. Slowly making your way up. Same thing on the other side. And we bring our legs over, around to the back if you like, and then coming over to your other side. Again, we tuck our hips into our support. Top leg coming back. So I have my left leg coming back this time and my right leg, right foot just above my knee. I come down towards my support. I let my right cheek now rest on my bolster. Again, you can turn your head so then so a little twist, more of a twist. And then letting your body rest this way. Now, if you're like me and you hold your tension in your upper back or neck, then adding this bigger twist here, it may be a little bit uncomfortable. Eventually your body will settle, encouraging it to actually release by breathing into those areas of tightness. And thinking, release with the exhale breath, let go. If you need to adjust at any time, please do so. And then coming back into stillness. Coming out of our pose, nice and slow. Making your way back up. And having your pillows just moved over to the side now. Coming on to our belly, so prone. Lying on our belly. Nice compression here. Letting your right cheek rest onto your mat. Our arms are by the side. Shavasana on our belly. Here we feel the rise and fall again of our center. So our belly, our back, feeling the openness, the whole center. And the letting go, the release, the sink. We are about halfway through our pose here. So turning our head so that our left cheek rests onto our mat now. Our eyes are closed. Again, breathing into all those areas of tightness. Could be your neck. Could be your back. Slowly coming out of Shavasana on our belly by turning our head and making our way over to the side of the body, and then making our way back up. Coming to all fours. Now, if child's pose doesn't work for you, for your knees, you can lie on your back and draw your knees in towards the chest. So lots of ways to do child's pose. You can have your knees forward, so sitting back into the heels, and then let the forehead rest. You can have your arms by the side. You may also turn your knees out to the corners of your mat, or the sides of your mat, I should say, and then just letting the front of your body fall forward and the forehead rest. So finding what is going to work for you. What would you like to do? Our forehead is resting, so it may be resting on our hands, our fists, even if you had your elbows down and letting the forehead rest, or blocks. So important to have our forehead resting at different points of of the day to help us feel grounded. We're all very, very busy. So if you're able to take a moment for yourself, let yourself rest. Coming out of child's pose, or if you were lying on your back, and coming into easy pose here first, and then we set ourselves up for square pose with a fold forward. You can remain in easy pose. If square pose does not work for you, you can add the fold forward this way. You can also do butterfly, like we did butterfly, but we did it recline first. You can do butterfly and add a fold forward this way. Or square pose, and with square pose, you can use a pillow for support. So it'll look like this first. So I'll have both of my knees bent. I'll have my right foot over top of the left knee, right knee underneath the left foot. Then I'm going to put my pillow underneath my knee for support. You may also have the left leg extended and then support again for the right knee and hold here. Get out and fold forward. A few different options. See what you would like to do right now for yourself. Remember, our focus is the feel good. So what do you like? What is going to help you to feel good right now? We turn back to our breath. The inhale breath, the exhale breath will let you fold and let go. This pose is to help stretch, open up through our hips. Breathing into those hips, inhaling. Exhale, let go. Adding the fold forward, we stretch your spine. Let your head hang. With the exhale breath, release even more. Notice if you're hanging on. Let yourself go. Let yourself surrender into the earth. Slowly coming out of square pose. If you did add the fold forward, walking back to upright. And crossing the legs. Moving your pillow over to the other side. You can extend your legs both straight first and do a little shake out. Then into the next side here with having our right leg underneath. If you wanted to, you can of course have the right leg straight and then crossing the left ankle over top. Or remember your other options too. I'll show you those in a moment. But if you want to do the full square pose, the left leg comes up and over top of the right, and ankle over top of the right knee, and your pillow underneath the left knee. So you can be here. You can do butterfly. And if you already did butterfly, maybe you want to try something else with easy pose with the left leg crossing over the right. If your right leg was crossed over the left before, you can do that because then that'd still be a little bit different. Coming into stillness, and we hold, and we breathe. Again, you may add the fold forward. With our left leg on top, now we are focusing on stretching into the left side of the hip. It was the right side of the hip before, but of course, both sides of your hips, they could be feeling a little bit tight. So breathe into those hips. Inhale, we open up, we breathe into the areas of tightness. Exhale, breath, we let go and add the fold a little bit deeper. Relax, release.
use your exhale breath to help you to release, because it really does help. It really does work. So really focus. Breath, so important. And slowly we make our way out now. Square pose. Coming up out of your forward bend. You take your hands behind, you bring out across the legs. You can help out too. Taking any of your props to the side. Bending through the knees and opening up your feet wider than the hips. Windshield wiper, knees side to side. Always a nice massage through our hips here, pelvis. And again, we turn over to the side of our butt. Turn actually, just on your bottom. And you can come over to your right side into fetal and then lie on your side and roll over to your back. On our back, we take a moment here with our knees bent, our feet flat down towards the floor. Place your hands palms down towards the ground. Feel yourself settle in towards the earth with your exhale breath. So inhale breath, opening up through the front of our body. Exhale breath, releasing, let your pelvis settle into the earth. We've worked a lot around the center of our body. So you can notice different things maybe that are happening right now, maybe with your intestines, things moving. It's really helping to massage those organs, open up. We now take our right knee and then our left knee in towards the chest. Give ourselves a squeeze here, back into a little compression for our intestines again. And then rocking to one side and then to the other. And now into happy baby, another feel good pose. So on our back here, turning the knees out towards our armpits. You may hold underneath the knee pits and then our legs just dangle like this. Or opening up a little bit more. So you can actually hold on to the knees and then open up that way too. Or your ankles holding on. You can hold on to the outside edges of your feet or the big toes. Notice if your hip flexors are still a little bit tight. So just take notice and finding what is going to be comfortable for you if you do find that they're a little bit tight. You can add that rock side to side and then stillness. And smile. You can let the feet just drop, let them dangle. Coming out of happy baby or stirrup by drawing the knees in towards the chest and hold. Bringing our legs up nice and straight, your legs up the wall. Notice any sensations running through your legs. We bend our right and left knee and take the right foot, left foot down towards the ground. Take your feet wider than your pelvis, than your hips, I should say. And pelvis, windshield wiper, knees side to side. Just a gentle windshield wiper. Our next pose is bridge, supported bridge. So we have to set ourselves up for supported bridge. You could use pillows so that your pelvis would be on top of a pillow here. You could do it that way. Or you could place a block underneath of your pelvis too. You can have a pillow between your knees or a block between your knees too. And then it'll take off any pressure off of the lower back. So setting yourself up, you can come over to the side and then finding which prop is going to work for you. If they're not close by. It's going to get a phone block too. That's really nice to hold between your knees. And then rolling back over. With my cork block, I'll place it on the middle height, place it underneath of my tailbone. Sorry, not my tailbone, my sacrum. And have your foam block between the knees. And we always look up towards the sky. So setting yourself up. And then stillness. The setup is so important, so take your time. You could think, oh, this is gonna take me a longer amount of time here to do it, but it's all worth it. So if you're just coming into stillness now, close your eyes. Turn your attention to your breath. Notice if it's easier to breathe, that your breathing it's more even. You're able to take in more oxygen. Making their way out of supported bridge. You remove prop from underneath of your sacrum and then draw your hips back down towards the floor, pelvis down to the floor. You can remove whatever prop that you had between your knees too. Placing them to the side. Doing whatever other movement or maybe pose that you need to do before you make your way into Shavasana. For Shavasana, of course, it's nice to be nice to be warm. We were holding the other poses for longer periods of time, of course, too. But maybe you didn't have your blanket handy. So getting your blanket right now, or whatever that you would like to use to make sure you're nice and warm. You may lie on your back when you are ready. You may have your knees bent, or you can have the legs straight. You may come into a seated pose. You could have your legs straight and then having something, a little towel rolled up underneath the small of your back or your knees. If you're lying on your back, you may turn your palms up towards the sky. Squeeze your glutes and then let them release. With our eyes closed, feel your eye sockets heavy. With our lips part, feel your facial muscles soften. A soft breath. I will call you back when it is time. Slowly coming back. You can notice your breath. You notice the heaviness of your body. Wiggling your toes and fingers. You're going to shift through the body and squeeze your glutes and then let them release. If you're lying on your back, bend to the right knee and bend to the left knee. Right arm coming overhead and rolling over to your right side to fetal. And then slowly making your way up to comfortable seated position. And this could be an easy pose, or it could be sitting on a block, a chair. Placing your hands to your heart center. Close your eyes. Come back to your breath. Feel your shoulders soften away from your ears. Opening up our eyes. Thank you so much for joining me and sharing your practice. Enjoying this moment for yourself. Namaste.